I'm Hua Mulan. I will bring honor to us all.
So as far as the live-action remakes of the Disney animated classics goes, so far I think Beauty and the Beast has been my favourite. Generally people seem to think it was kind of pointless because it was a sort of a shot-for-shot remake of the animation. I'd say that what they added to it, including like the extra songs and how striking was visually, made up for that. So that would be my favourite. Dumbo I think was too depressing for a kids film. You could say that's down to Tim Burton, but whatever, I just didn't like Dumbo. Lion King I found really pointless because as it was animals, you know, it wasn't going to be live action anyway. I think there's more, but I've forgotten about them. Oh, Cinderella was okay, quite liked that. And the Jungle Book one, apart from the weird size difference of King Louis. But anyway, so Mulan. I was a big fan of the original animation and was looking forward to seeing this. And leaving out the whole Disney Plus thing where we couldn't see it in the cinemas because it was being released on Disney Plus wherever Disney Plus was available, and you had to pay 20 quid extra obviously to watch this. You know, it was down to whether the film was worth it in the end, but obviously you wouldn't know until you already paid for it. Anyway, I'm going to tell you now that my opinion on this film, or this version of the film, is not good. I'm about halfway between liking it and hating it. So, my main reason is, most problems I have with the film are actually in the first half. Basically, it is a retelling of their version, in my opinion. Like, it's not retelling, it's not a new adaptation of the Mulan legend, it's more adapting their animated film into another film. And I think where they've gone completely wrong is with Mulan herself. Unlike in the animation where she was an average girl who just didn't know what, you know, her place in the world, hence the reflection song. Now she's been turned into the sort of character like Arya from Game of Thrones, where she's kind of a bit boyish, like she wants to fight with swords, she likes doing more physical things that maybe isn't considered right for a female. And also it kind of makes her feel more like Belle from Beauty and the Beast. We'll have this early on scene where she's in her village and all the other villagers are just like staring at her because she's weird, she's not like normal girls. And because of this as well, because she seems to have this interest in like sword play or whatever you want to call it, she has these like skills straight away. She doesn't have to learn them, which then later on also makes the whole learn to fight scenes kind of pointless because she already has the skills. Literally right at the beginning when they have the tea pouring scene when she meets the matchmaker, she uses these amazing like kung fu skills to catch like falling cups and things, and it's kind of weird how a big part of their original film was that she had to learn all this stuff, and the fact that she was a woman sort of holding her back, but it didn't. On that note, one thing that really annoyed me was in the animation, the test that all the soldiers were given was that they had to climb up that pole to reach the arrow, and they were weighed down by weights, and she used her brain in that to beat it. She wrapped the weights around the pole, remember, climbed to the top. In this though, they replaced it with carrying buckets of water up a hill, and I thought, well, when I first saw it I thought, well, this isn't a problem, she can still use her brains in a way to work a way to get around this. But instead, she only is able to do it once she's told that she has her father's inner strength, or chi. And to me, it felt more like she was saying, oh, because you're your father's daughter, you can do it, and so she believed she could. Now, you could say I'm picky, or being picky about that, but it just kind of annoyed me how it changed from her using her brain to an inherited thing from her father. So yeah, that to me that was a bit annoying. And also, going back to that tea pouring, the matchmaker scene, she has a sister in this version. I don't believe she has a sister in the other animated version. And the reason it goes wrong, that's the meeting the matchmaker in this one, is the fact that she's trying to hide a spider under the teapot because her sister's afraid of spiders. And the matchmaker gets annoyed at first, saying, move the teapot back. And instead of Mulan saying, basically, you know, that there's a spider I don't want to move it. She just seems to make weird sort of excuses why she's not moving it. In the animation, it was the fact that the cricket, who is a character in the animated film that she'd brought in, was the problem. This time it's just a random spider. If she'd literally just said, "There's a spider, can I at least move the spider?" it would have been a problem. This felt annoying to me. But getting back to what I did like, so I've been saying what I don't like, but I did like the design of the film. I think it looks very gorgeous. The kung fu style movie, the fights are really cool, and I would have loved to have more of them in the film. I feel the inclusion of the witch character was a bit of a naff choice, because it just felt like it was a woman had to fight a woman rather than a man. There is obviously she does fight the male antagonist, but it's still, I don't know, the witch didn't seem to have much point of being there, really. I'm back to being negative again. Whoops. What else did I like? Maybe that was it. It's a very good looking film, but the problem with that is I had to watch it on the TV at home. Well, I think I would have much preferred to watch it in the cinema on a big screen, and I can't because Disney won't let me. That's another reason not to like it. So yeah, not going well. And the last point I'd like to bring up is the whole removing the songs. Now, the reason they said this, or the director said that they removed the songs, was because that it felt wrong to have a musical number in a film where they also have serious fight scenes, as if to say the musical numbers would detract from the seriousness of the film. I could not disagree more. I don't think it's fair to say a musical can't be a serious film. There's nothing that ever proves that. Maybe some people think it's silly that there's films where people burst into song, but personally speaking, I don't think that should be taken seriously at all. Think about I mean, I have a big love for musicals, so maybe it's just me talking, but thinking about for example, Phantom of the Opera. So that is a serious film, or serious musical, and you can watch the film version, and them singing doesn't detract from the seriousness of each scene, in my opinion. But again, this is probably me, just me on this one. But either way, yeah. So like I said, I did kind of enjoy Mulan overall, but there was just too much that made me think I'd rather watch the animation again. So this is going to be a 5 out of 10 for me, and I'm actually even more worried now about the Little Mermaid redo, but that's mainly because of Melissa McCarthy. So yeah, Mulan 2020 for me gets 5 out of 10. If you can sit in the cinema, do so, because I think you'd enjoy it way more.